Hello everyone, I'm the Captain here and fall in for some Star Wars, Knights of the Republic 2, The Sith Lords. I just want to address a few things before we start. I do apologize that this video took a long time to come out, mainly because I was trying to fix some of the issues that the previous 5-part has. Mainly the video quality was not that spectacular, it wasn't recording exactly as how I was seeing it. And I've struggled for quite a bit trying to find a new capture software, working with new capture software to try and rectify that problem, but then new problems arise and I had to go get a new capture software. And according to my experiments, the new capture software is a lot more better than anything that I've ever used. So hopefully I'll be able to release a more a better quality video experience for you guys, however you want to call it. So anyways, to this part here, so right now we're with Killer Sarah. Wow, the name. We're with Killer. I screwed up the name. It's been so long. We're here with Kira Salar, and as we found out in the previous part, as we talked to HK50, let me open up the journal real quickly. The HK protocol droid in Peragus droid maintenance bay told you that the force field to the hangar bay is impossible to open. The only one with access codes to open it is the administration officer, but he's trapped in a dormitory on the other side of the facility. You'll need to spacewalk across the asteroid to reach the dormitory airlock. So that's what we're gonna have to do. At the same time also, we have tracked down the terminal used to poison the miners to a console within the Peragus fuel depot. There's no record of who used the terminal, but the incident took place after the maintenance officer voice printed the terminal, which means only he or someone with his voice could have access to it. So that is the two things that we discovered in the last part with the long talk with HK50. But anyways, let's just quickly jump into this. I apologize if it seems a bit quick. I've done this part so many times with so many issues going on, not just with the capture software but with the game itself. I actually had to disable the movies in this game, so in post I will actually have to add the video separately, and there'll be no commentary from my part, so I'm just going to be commentating on just the game itself. If there's any cutscenes that there is, you won't hear me. Maybe that's a curse or a blessing depending on who you are. So but let's just get right back into this. So let's get out the airlock. We got the spacesuit in the storage locker, so right. And no matter how many times I've done this, there's one thing I must address. That skybox. What the hell, that skybox? I know this game was made in 2005, but come on, I've seen better skyboxes. I've made better skyboxes when I was studying games programming. Holy hell. This is really terrible. It's a 10-year-old game. What are you gonna do? So we're gonna go up this here, and I'm gonna try and talk more about the Old Republic stuff. Probably talk about a few plot points. I don't think there'll be any spoilers, so I mean, you guys had about quite a long time to catch up on Revan's storyline.
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility. On the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Okay, I'm gonna try something unique with this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, really? Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
I'm just taking a relaxing walk.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
Something wrong?
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Peragus fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents, right in your path.
Why are there vents placed so close to the exterior scaffolding?
That's just it. They're not supposed to be active when the airlock's opened, and not without the safety measures kicking in. The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior, and only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, so in real time, I skipped the cutscene. So the cutscene showed off a Sith Lord in a Republic ship full of corpses, and that ship is now docking into the Peragus mining facility. Oh dear. But as I was said before, I had to stop because Admiral was talking. I'm gonna be trying to talk more about the Old Republic stuff. I'm sure you guys had plenty of time for me to learn the story, so I can pretty much just speak anything about it. I am excited for Knights of the Fallen Empire that's coming out, so I'm absolutely gonna come back and go through that story as the Outlander. So who knows who I'll play as? Maybe I'll just play my Jedi Sentinel because that is my main. My Jedi Sentinel is my main character. So. Okay, the docking tube just extended. And we got a journal entry added, so let's okay this. And alright, although the HK protocol droid told you to see if you can find the administration officer in the dormitory to see if he has the access codes, our Republic ship has docked with the mining facility. It is possible that you could use the fuel connection line to bypass the force field in the fuel depot and enter the hangar from another direction, bypassing the force field entirely. Okay, so what we can do is we can try and get onto that ship and go through the fuel line and bypass the force field in the fuel depot. So we gotta find a way there. We can't go back to the maintenance. We could actually, but I don't know why we're not doing it. Maybe because we want to get to the administration officer. So anyways, so let's just continue on. And I do not discriminate over any class. I'm not specific to each class. Even though my main is the Jedi Sentinel, I love all 16 advanced classes for what they can do, PvE or PvP as well. So I do a little bit of PvP, but not too intensely, not too focused. I mean, I can PvP, I just don't believe that I'm actually that good, not compared to the other people who are more dedicated to PvP. As a casual PvP, I believe I'm doing okay. So plus I enjoy tanking in PvP, so it's kind of fun just to get like 7 people just jumping right onto you, and none of them actually being able to have an easy time taking you off. So that was quite fun. It's enjoyable as well for me because I once helped 8 people at a pylon just by my lone self, and then I led the team to victory. So it's funny how it's just my own perspective, but I just feel like whenever I lead the charge, so to speak, it seems that I'm always able to push the line. No matter what you know, what I'm able to or not able to, no matter how fast I die as well. So, okay, so we got a log here. Now the fire suppression systems have gone active, and I can't even make it to the dormitory section. I watched the turrets turn their carbonite freeze rays on Maban, before I even got halfway across the room. Fortunately, the range doesn't seem to go beyond the room itself, so I was able to remain safe in the corridor. I didn't have any ranged weapons to take them out from a distance, and I didn't have a stealth generator to sneak across the room either. I tried unlocking the storage room door to see if there was any cold resistant items or grenades I could use, but the door was sealed from the lockdown. I don't know enough about security systems to open it, and I didn't have a sonic charge to blow the door open. Still, as long as the droids don't make it to this section, I should be alright. My condolences. My condolences. Thank you, Epic Music. Right, so this is the security door he was talking about. So, stealth field enhancer. That's a hit piece that would increase my stealth. Luckily, I don't do stealth, so this is wasted on me. But it might not be wasted on Mira, so that's when I get to her. We'll see how it goes. Basic Molonite edge, contour grip, insulated gloves. The insulated gloves is the cold resistant stuff that guy was talking about. Mabon's thread. Right, so we got some credits and workbench. Okay, so we are gonna try and see where we can upgrade since we got that contour grip and other stuff. The basic Melonite Edge Keen. What does Keen do? I have. It's been a long time. Keen. Melonite is an ideal building material for melee weapons as a hold edge very well. The modifications require a workbench with adequate tools and a weapon of high quality marked as upgradable. Oh. Okay, so it doesn't really explain what Keen does. I'm probably gonna have to look it up. So if I find out, I'll just put it over here underneath in this empty box here. So what Keen does. So for now, I think I'll just stick with the basic Iron Edge and the counter grip. Damage penalty -1 and attack modifier 1. So shoulder grip allows for maximum accuracy, but a reduced leverage limits the weight. A weapon's power. So I might not do it. I might do 1 less damage, but I'm able to hit more. So that's the idea. Right. So we'll assemble this. Right. Let's see if we can upgrade anything in with the miner's uniform. Nope. It's nothing. All right. So we'll just carry on. Oops. And I always keep forgetting this part. No matter how many times I do it, I always keep forgetting to put on the insulated gloves. This is what I need against the so-called automated fire extinguishers that came up. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna go into. And open the door. Right. So I'm very jaded by fighting these guys. So I'm just gonna lob a grenade. Grenades are actually really helpful in the really helpful. Okay, so some sodding mines. Okay. I can understand the changes as to what. I mean, you can't really port over this game as it is into an MMO. It just doesn't work because there's so much. But I did love the upgrades that they've done, especially one with stealth. I'm not a stealthy kind of person. I don't do subterfuge. I'm more of a straight up ram you in the face as high as I can kind of guy. So, but yeah, I mean, when I played my operative and then I used concealment ended up becoming the most fun spec that I've ever played ever in Star Wars. It was fun because not only can you appear from behind, also that you can get the benefits from backstab, but at the same time also it's just fun because when you go from backstab to it's been a while, so but I don't remember the skill names. Skill names will probably open up here. So but yeah, I mean, just going into lacerations and then shiv. Yes, those are the skill names. Just shiving and lacerate, shiv, lacerate. That was the most fun I had. So it's like knife, knife, yeah, I mean, really, I mean, I enjoyed Star Wars: The Old Republic a lot. Star Wars universe is one of my most beloved universes ever. Who doesn't want to be a Jedi or a Sith? Everyone. See if we can beat this up. Miss. Ah, the damn thing is healing. Just lob a grenade. That should destroy the ball. I mean, that's wrong. I'm just gonna go up and beat them up. So, because I don't wanna spend all of my. I don't wanna spend all my ion grenades right now. So. It does not help that they keep freezing me, even with insulated gloves. Awesome. So they are now down, and oh, there's more droids over there. So this one requires a mine to open, so we're gonna lay down a mine. Thank you, Epic Music. I did realize that the music that fanfare actually plays at the end of combat. So. Right, so we open the security door and let's just beat up these droids here. Just trying to make sure that I am recording. So I do have an indicator on my screen that tells me that I'm recording. So, but I've done this part so many times that it's not even funny anymore. To the point where I actually remember this like by heart. I can actually close my eyes and just play this sequence in my head. So, alright, so let's just visit inside here and clear out all the droids. Once we clear out the droids, then we'll level up. So, try our best to knock them all out at the same time. Alright. If there are any remains that they have, I'll pick it up later. So I have to check the corpses as well. Okay, so in this room there are scattered survival kits containing chemicals that we can use to make grenades and mines and all that stuff. So, survival kit. Right, we open the storage container and inside we have a breath mask and a mess hall log. So let's read that. I swear they're never gonna get around to fixing the ventilation systems. And with the food processors back up again, then next time the fumes start flooding the mess halls, I'll be dead rather than just nauseous. I'll keep the breath mask here just in case we have a repeat incident. Right. So the breath mask gives me immunity to poison. So, for now, I think that's for this room. So let's level up. Skills. Like I said, I've done this so many times, so I'll just put 1 point in treat, injury, and persuade. Originally, I did put points in repair, but this time I'm just gonna try increase my persuade and increase my treat injury. Treat injury so that I can actually use them to make med packs, or maybe med packs mainly. So because you really need med packs in this game. So it also adds modifiers so that we heal more of the med packs as well. So feats. As I said, the big three is dueling or two weapon fighting, depending on how you want to play. And it's either, and then after that you should get conditioning and toughness for the saving throws and for the endurance points as well. So we're gonna go with improved dueling. So we're gonna go with improved dueling, and then once we get all three of them, then we'll be definitely be grabbing like weapon focus for lightsabers especially. At the same time also we'll also be getting probably some of the stuff that we need, like improved flurry, maybe power attack because it affects the strength modifier, but I have to do some reading off camera in order to figure all those out as well. Not to mention, well, yeah, critical strike right here. So I've clicked those so that you can read what each of them does. I usually favor flurry mainly, but I can also read this in post as well just to understand which one should I prefer more. Yeah. So I'm probably not gonna get regenerate vitality points or regenerate force points. And I'm definitely not gonna get the class skills, because as much as I want to be universal, I also want to I just want to have the most use out of my teammates as well. So I don't want to be the one-man army, even though you're supposed to be the one-man army. If you get my drift. So anyways, we get that point. Powers, as I mentioned before, we're gonna stick with light and universal powers, even though I much prefer to have shock, force lightning, and force storm. I'm gonna avoid them this playthrough and just get energy resistance as well, which gives me points against energy, sonic, fire, cold, and electrical attacks. So that's gonna be helpful for now, especially when I'm fighting against all of the blasters. But later on, it also will be helpful when I'm fighting off Siths with lightsabers. So that's the thing. So we'll get energy, and we'll accept. All right. So we'll quickly use this lab station. I'm not gonna bore you through details. We're just gonna break down some of the stuff that we might not need. Like minor sonic mines, we don't need that many for now, so we can just break down to 5 of them, get more, and then we're gonna make us some more grenades. as well as a concussion grenade, and a frag grenade as well. So I like to have my variations. So, but hopefully I'll be able to find more chemicals that I can craft more grenades. So, right. So we got credits. Credits might be helpful for us buying grenades or any of the stuff that we need as well, especially the Peragus cards. That one's definitely a boon. So, did a mindless log. Got another lecture about contraband today. Security hasn't started doing spot checks on our quarters yet, so my cash in the lower bunk in my room in the eastern dormitory should be safe. You won't know it's there. You won't even know it's there unless you know to look for it. Quarter came around again, asking if I had any special cargo to sell, but I was getting a bad feeling about how he was asking, so I stayed quiet about my stash. I'm gonna keep that blaster I smuggled from Tilos and a few grenades there just in case things here get rough. Only benefit to having a room farthest from the door is that it should buy me enough time to dump the contraband if security does a surprise inspection. Okay, so somebody has some contraband stuff and we can claim it since he's dead, so... chemicals? And we'll visit this room here. Speaking of Quarter, he's here. And he's dead. He's dead. So, let's just quickly loot him. A miner's log, this requires this holo log looks like it needs to be plugged into holo reader in order to play back its contents. So we gotta find a holo reader somewhere around here. So we'll just quickly loot these corpses with all the mining lasers. Probably could break down the mining lasers because I think we're getting way too many of them, and we should turn them into components. So we're gonna skip the open turbo lift door because it requires a code to get up. So we'll find the code later on. So let's
Almost didn't make it out of the dormitory section before the lockdown, you murglak. You're cutting a little close, aren't you?
Yes, a regrettable miscalculation on my part. I'm contacting you because I'm picking up a subspace transmission from within that level. Is that your doing?
No, they must be trying to use the old relay system to send an emergency signal. I doubt they know what's really going on.
Hey, this turbo lift's locked down.
Try the code again, and don't worry about the miners and their transmission. By the time help arrives, we'll be all the way to Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, they won't be leaving the dormitories. The explosion within the tunnel has damaged the ventilation systems, causing breaches in the core exhaust conduits.
What? That's going to kill them all!
Not all of them, but I'm sending a number of mining droids to your location right now to correct that problem.
Corda, this turbo lift's locked down. The sequence isn't working.
Keep trying it! You! Why are you doing this? Why me?
You? It was never about you. The Jedi is all that interests me. But then you had to ruin everything by revealing her identity and then trying to harm her. And that I cannot allow. Statement. You are a risk, Corda. You are impulsive, crude, and soon, deceased.
Mocking query. Corta, are you dead yet? Smug statement. I believe I forgot to mention that I reversed the turbolift codes, in case you managed to get this far.
I was gonna say access camera logs before the video play, but apparently my brain is not working with my hand right now, so... But anyways, the big reveal that HK50 was imitating the maintenance officer's voice this whole time. And so he's the one behind everything. Woo! You can tell I'm very jaded about doing this part so many times and hearing that conversation over and over. So we'll log out for now. We got a journal entry, and the most important thing that we recovered from that is that you'll need to reverse the code for the lift door. So one of the officers has it or a record of it somewhere. So we gotta keep looking. And yep, this is the same thing. So alright, so we'll just speed back over to here, to the door that we passed by earlier. So I purposely passed that door. So we'll just access the ship assignment consoles. We need to repair it or we need to computer spike it. So we need to reroute the main console systems, which requires one part. We don't have any spikes, so that's kind of sad. Okay, so we got let's check the duty shift logs. There appears to be nothing more than a long list of work assignments, with the number of miners available for duty decreasing over the past 3 days, citing medical bay logs. So this kind of links back to the medical bay logs that we read or we witnessed in the previous parts of return to main functions. Let's access the remote camera controls, the mess hall, that was where we're at, the dormitories west. Oh, it's poisoned and dead. It looks like the miners inside the dormitory are either dead or unconscious, and the gas you see on the screen looks toxic. We don't have a spike to shut down the dormitory ventilation system, so we have got to return to the camera functions. Dormitory east, same thing, more death. Turbo lift to administration level, that was where we're at as well. Notice that I don't have the filters on because I turned off the frame effects buffers. Even though I disabled the movies, I'm not gonna turn that on again. So yeah, so we return main console functions. Let's access the dormitory comm system. The comm system cackles to life. All you hear is a slow hissing. Otherwise, the dormitories appear to be deathly silent. Deathly. Okay. So main functions. Let's end the dormitory emergency lockdown, so we can access the room. Right. So we'll log out. Got some experience points. Lost one part. We're gonna switch to the oh, no, bad. We're gonna switch to the breath mask for immunity against poison because that room is entirely poisoned up. So, what the hell were you doing behind that door? You're gonna die. There you go. Right, go through this door. I think that was the only enemy we had to encounter for now. So, broken lock terminal. This terminal looks shattered beyond repair. We can scavenge the console for components, and we got some components. Awesome. So this is just gonna be a run around of treasures, of stuff. Chani battle armor, Mandalorian melee shield. Alright, so the reason why I was heavily into minor performance lock, the reason why I was this requires to be played into. Please stop interrupting me as I'm trying to go into a tangent. Okay, so the reason why I love the Old Republic, I was following it during its developmental, and I remember reading one of the blogs they put up. They talked about how they focused story as an essential quote-unquote fourth pillar of the MMO genre, something that genre needs, because MMOs have always been, in my opinion, they've always been a great way to introduce people into the world. And if your lore is as rich, if your story is as grand and interesting, and then people will not be then people will be more compelled to play your game because they would be following the story. And for me as a story person, that is actually quite important. So I'm the kind of guy that goes for heavy story, so this is why I'm playing this game. So the officer's log, same thing, we need to plug in to the holo log. All the logs here we gotta plug into a holo reader. So. But yeah, I mean, once I read that, I immediately knew that this is a game that I want to play heavily in. So, and if I don't play heavily in, it's just gonna be a waste. And sadly enough, it was a waste because my computer was crap at the time. So I had to, oh, that's the hidden compartment that the guy was talking about. We got a blaster pistol, 2 frag grenades, and an iron grenade, yay. Right. Hyper adrenaline amplifier. But yeah, I mean, my old computer, when the game first came out in 2000, what was it, 2001 already? Holy hell, it's been a long time. Yeah, I mean, when the game first came out in 2001, my computer was very old. I think it was like in its 5th year in usage since I bought it. So the technology gets very obsolete within the span of 5 years. So, but yeah, once I got a new computer, once I got the Republic, a year later, I played the crap out of it. I played for 2 years. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I played for a very long time, probably 2-3 years. It'll probably be coming to 3 years since I played it in December. So, this is the holo reader that we can insert the logs in. So, let's check the transmission. We'll come back to this and insert all of the logs in at once. So, let's check the transmission. Transmitting subspace flash sequence. That. Okay. According to the journal entry, it says that it's a military flash code of some sort. Symbols are that. Okay, so... Right. Again, this is another run around for treasure and such, so... And again, the stories, all of them, you can rank them into worst to best, but I value each story for what they did, and I did like the small weaves in terms of the companions. I did like the small weaves that they did with the companions, and how some companions are linked to other companions, like Mako knows Kaizen Vest and such. So Mako Bay officers here. She's got chemicals and stuff. Yeah, but I wish that outside of the I wish that with the main characters itself, I know the main character is there's millions and millions of canon, non-canon everywhere, so whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I wish they had done more with the characters itself. I mean, we have to see what Knights of the Fallen Empire can do, especially in terms of how they're gonna evolve the main character, the veteran of the Great Galactic War, I think it's called. So, no, the administration officer is here. This is the guy we've been looking for, and he's dead. Okay, so minus administration log. Journal entry. You found the corpse of the administration officer. He had a hollow log in his body, which could contain the codes to open the hangar bay. If you can find a hollow log, read it, which is right in front of us. If the log doesn't contain the hangar codes, then you need to find another way past the fuel depot or force fields to reach the Ebon Hall. Right. So let's just quickly plug these in. Insert. And we'll look at them. Access entry, emergency supplies.
This may be the beginning of a long record. It's about an hour after the facility suffered the explosion that triggered the emergency lockdown. Just finished helping the dock officer set up the transmission relay. Not much signal strength, but it's better than nothing. The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13, then the next 2 numbers are...
Sir, couldn't we contact the medbay? Maybe the Jedi's awake. If so, she could help us.
No good. The link to the medical computer was severed from the hub, just like the administration console. Even if the Jedi wakes up, how would we get the dormitory turbo lift code to her? Without it, the turbo lift to the administration level is locked down.
Nice of you to only give the first 3 codes for us before interrupting and not actually giving us the other 2 codes. But they want you to figure things out, so it's a game after all. They don't want to force feed you everything, I think. Anyways, access, entry, inventory, and supplies.
We just took an inventory of our supplies. We've got enough emergency rations in the dormitories to last almost a month. But with all the problems in the facility, I don't know how long we'll last. I wish we could contact the Jedi. Maybe she could... No. She's still floating in that damn tank. Someone's played us for fools. And since Corda and his crew aren't locked in here with us, it's pretty clear who it was. If I ever catch up with that Mandalorian-loving son of a... At least the air scrubbers are still working, even though they're tied into the... Hey, what's happening to the ventilation system? It's...
So, yeah, we just saw a log of them being poisoned in the dormitories, all the miners being poisoned. To the main functions. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this part right here, because everything else is just gonna be much more filler stuff, more story background. So I think the video's gone on quite a bit long, so I'm just gonna stop this part here. So I thank you guys for watching this video, and I do thank you guys for being patient with me as I try to improve the video quality and improve the videos that I deliver to you guys as well. And so with that said, do join the army and subscribe to me. Do like this video and share with your friends if they love all of this Star Wars goodness. Check out my other channel with my friends at Crossbone Vanguards. We do Car 5 Vanguard stuff. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at IamTheCaptain as well if you want to see some mini blogs of updates from my life, not only from my life but at the same time also from videos that I upload as well. So keep so follow me on that if you like to keep up the track. So and with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Dismiss!